Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being with us here for a CBS 8 Plus extended forecast. I'm Evan Nirani. We are on the heels of a pretty decent wet weather system that came our way yesterday for Tuesday. And now Wednesday, we're shaping up pretty nicely. Still have some scattered showers in the forecast, and we'll keep tapping into those moving forward through the day. So we're not exactly out of the woods yet, but it is much more mild to kick off our Wednesday than we saw on Tuesday. Look outside from earlier this morning. This was about 9 a.m. that we saw those clouds breaking apart. So some of the sunlight beaming through, but you also see some of the more menacing clouds out there. Those are the ones that are capable of dropping still a quarter of an inch an hour on us in some cases. And that's why we are going to hold on to this, a flood watch. It remains in effect through 9 p.m. And so for the people saying we are dry, we are back to those dry conditions, I would be a little hesitant to say so, because this flood watch won't expire until 9 p.m. That means between now and then, we still could see that quick moving quarter of an inch falling on us, maybe half an inch of rain at times. Underneath that flood watch, we also have a winter weather advisory over the mountaintops. That's that line that you see here in that blue, and that's going to remain over the mountaintops as we see that snow level drop from about 7,000 feet yesterday all the way down to 4,000 throughout the rest of the day today. That means our mountaintops are going to pick up on some snow, but it's mainly the San Bernardino Mountains that have picked up on plenty. High surf advisory remains along the coast. That is that purple line that you've got closer to the coastline, but spanning the entirety of it. Let's take a look at what's going on in terms of satellite radar imagery, because sure, are we seeing less impactful activity than yesterday? Yes, but it's not enough of a cause to say that you're going to stay dry all day. There are some spots where the sun is beaming down on you. You can see how broken those clouds are. This is as the sun started to come into play and as we were able to tap into our visible satellite loop, but still picking up on some of that snow over the mountaintops, and it looks like we're going to keep doing so. North County has been hit disproportionately compared to other parts of the county, and that is typical with these atmospheric rivers. The farther north you are, the more impactful the wet weather is. Farther south you go, the more things dwindle. So take a look at Oceanside's 3-day totals. 2 inches, about 2 inches and 5/100ths, over 2 inches for Miramar, for Escondido, for Valley Center, for Fallbrook. Julian came in with just about 3.5 inches, and Palomar, they broke 4 inches of rain, 4 inches and 3/100ths out there. So you get an idea for what the last several days have been like, and so far we're still waiting on those snow totals, but rain has been decent to us. So when we run through the next several hours, you can see how we'll get a little bit of a break by the afternoon. By the evening, we'll have another wave that'll push on shore. So closer to about 5, 6, 7 p.m., you start to see those showers push mainly around North County and then spread farther to the southeast from there. As we go into tomorrow, we're going to still see this potential in the forecast. So you can see how into 2, 3, 4 a.m. we'll have some of those scattered showers tomorrow. And then by the time we get to sunrise, really, we're expecting much drier conditions on hand. Maybe a few dwindling showers, but especially by tomorrow afternoon, we'll be back to those dry skies. Afternoon highs are in the upper 50s. We're holding on to the cooler temperatures by about 5 to 10 degrees compared to average. 57 for Carlsbad, 55 for Ramona, 41 this afternoon for Julian. Here's the trough of low pressure, this main weather maker, this 12th atmospheric river, causing all this wet weather across the western U.S. and pushing as far east as Utah, even into Colorado. You can see it now pushing off to the east and weakening as it does so. On the weaker end, we'll still hold on to some of those showers into early tomorrow, and then we'll be set up for zonal flow. Zonal flow is going to mean a stretch of dry weather for us, but no significant boost in temperature. So we'll hold on to those cooler temperatures, mainly in the upper 50s and low 60s, and then we'll see this ridge of high pressure attempting to build on the back end, but notice it's sandwiched, or we're sandwiched, you could say, in between that ridge of high pressure and this trough of low pressure. So for Monday, we'll get a little bit of a warming trend on hand as we see the influence of that ridge, and then pretty quickly this trough of low pressure is expected to push that ridge farther south, and that means that this rain could be making its way towards us. It is weakening in the process, but still giving us a little bit of concern for Wednesday, especially because Thursday is opening day for the Padres, and we know a lot of people are going to be out at Petco Park. So we are hoping for a dry opening day. However, right now we're still too far out to know exactly how it's going to shape up. So for starters, showers are tapering off today and tomorrow. We enter a dry stretch from Thursday afternoon through Tuesday. Right now we see that ridge building and giving us a little bit of a boost in temperatures for Monday, and that's going to be 64 and 65 degrees along the coast and inland, and then we start to drop back down again by Tuesday and Wednesday. Mountains and deserts, well, the mountains are going to hold on to those snow showers. They'll see rain at times too, especially below 4,000 feet. And then you'll see that dry stretch as well as temperatures boost into the 50s and then start a gradual cool down by the middle of next week. Stay with the forecast. We're seeing models come into agreement as we get closer to the date of the next wet weather system. But again, this is over a full week out, and we want to keep in the forefront this stretch of dry weather, at least 5 days, close to 6 days of dry weather that we're going to have. Once we start to see more confidence in whether or not we'll see that wet weather, how much wet weather, the timing of it all, we'll be able to bring that to you. But for now, it is sunshine, it is passing clouds. Just keep the jacket on hand because those temperatures overnight and toward the afternoon are still a little cold in some cases. We appreciate you being with us here. You can head to cbs8.com/weather for more. Have a great day.